Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the Black Lives Really Matter message. Policing versus pigging out. Cardiovascular disease kills one person every 36 seconds in the United States. I hope that you will be able to follow the links that's going to be provided on the video as well as in the description area. It's very important information that you can read from the health authorities. Often we think of many other things that are killing our young and old and as well as middle-aged black men, but when you run the numbers, you'll see what it really is. Disclaimer, my videos are for entertainment and educational purposes only. Fair Use Act disclaimer, copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. No copyright is intended, all rights reserved. Now that we have gotten that out of the way, I would like to re-emphasize that cardiovascular disease kills one person every 36 seconds in the United States. That's 16,800 people every week. Now, with that said, let's take a look at what those statistics look like. As you can see, it's the number one killer among African American males, that is, non-Hispanic African American males. Remember to follow the links as well as view the videos of the wellness doctor as well as another doctor who gives his viewpoint on diabetes prevention, cancer prevention, and obesity prevention. But definitely visit the wellness doctor site and see his information on better health. Hi guys, how you doing? I am currently making my salad. I have the salad recipe that I've already uploaded before, but right now I've gone out and gotten my romaine lettuce, and I have carrots, organic carrots, as much as possible. If you can eat organic food, do that. But right now, as I'm making this salad, earlier I watched a video, and I'm sure he doesn't mind me saying, but it's a video. I'm gonna put it in the description. I'll do the link in the description. And it was on one of the other, actually I've been knowing Dr. Boise for quite some time when he used to do the Your Black World. And I had reached out to him also. I have a little children's book called Your Friend Gracie Thinking About Careers, and I also showcased him in there. He's a PhD in finance, and he's showcased in that book along with other Black African American historical figures. And what I was doing, what I was getting back to what I was saying, it's hard to kind of chop and do this at the same time, but I was watching a video earlier that he had, and he had a wellness person on there. I'm sorry I can't think of the name right now, but I'll have it. Also, I'll put a little poster on there with his name. Sorry about that, but it's the wellness coach or the wellness channel, and I'll have that information there as well. But it's something very interesting what they were talking about, and thing that really got my ears as a healthcare professional. You know, I do these videos for you to eat healthier, And as you notice, I put the emphasis on healthier because any change is good that's moving in a positive direction. You guys know how I say that. Any change in a positive direction is a positive change. And so getting back to what I was saying, I was watching the video and the gentleman on there gave some really good tips, and he said the statistics were in regards to men, like a lot of times with a lot of the Black Lives Matter movement, and he says that comparatively, if you look at the deaths that heart disease or cardiovascular disease causes to Black males, he had stated that 400 Black men die every 3 days. And I am going to look those statistics up and post those also. But I just found that very interesting. And I also have another video about cardio. Sorry about that. That was a little interruption. But as I was saying, the gentleman had said that cardiovascular disease or heart disease kills an African American man at a rate of 400 every 3 days. That is a large number of people dying and being sick or devastated. So I'm going to look up those statistics and also post those because I think you need to know. You can also look it up yourself because the internet is open to everyone. But I'm definitely going to post that for you. But in the meantime, I have other healthy food videos and for healthier choices, and I always encourage you just a little bit at a time. Remember that little change works as long as you're moving in a positive direction. And I'm not sure whether I shared on this video or on another one where I'm already lost just from adding extra salad to my diet and not doing any really extra movement as far as exercising, even though I did buy myself an exercise bike, and an exercise bike that happens to have an area on there instead of handlebars, a computer area, as if I'm going to be working on my prospectus while I'm riding the bike. So as I was saying, is that there are some other videos that will help you have a healthier diet, but also if you can make sure that you add a little exercise in there, that also helps. But I lost 10 pounds already. That's 10, and 10 pounds was like taking so long to lose, but finally I did get from, I was going like 7, 8, 9, and then finally when I hit 10, I was like, yay, I finally got below 10. And then it seemed like after that 10 mark, and I don't know, it was my extra motivation, but when I got below that 10 mark, I also ended up, now I've lost actually 12 pounds and nearly 13, but I'm just going to stick it with the 12 because I know probably by the end of next week or this week is already in, but the end of this week coming up, this week actually because today is Sunday, I should have lost another pound. And I'm not so much so focusing exactly on the weight loss as the healthy benefits of it. And I'm 5'8", and currently I am not gonna tell you how much I weigh. No, I'm just kidding. I weigh right now, it's around about 167 pounds, which to some people they may think it's like, oh wow, she's kind of big, but actually if you look at me, it's not really on my frame. It's really not, and I'm not a young woman, so to speak. I used to be the same height, I guess, and I used to weigh like 118 pounds, and I look at myself now, it's like, yay. But even at my, right now, the weight that I'm at now, when I was at my highest pregnancy weight with my daughter, I weighed 168. But at that time, I was all stomach. And also what I've been doing is I've been taking apple cider vinegar. Hold on a second. I think I'll let everybody know I got this nice little cup from an event that I had gone to, and it was East Valley Veterans Education Center. I went to an event a few years ago. So what I did was, because the apple cider vinegar, I had this big bottle, like maybe 32 ounce bottle, and it was about maybe that much in there. So I just poured it in here and made it convenient, and then I just have this little cup that I put it in there and do like a tablespoonful at night and then in the morning, and that helped me. I did have a little larger tum-tum, so it helped me decrease my tum-tum. And my sister made a joke. She said, "Hey, where did you get those?" But you know, when your waist goes in, everything else seems more accentuated. I guess it's, I mean, good or bad, it is what it is. You know, I don't worry about it or focus on it or anything like that. But if you eat healthier, then you should have health benefits. But like I say, I always say, before you change your diet or do any extras on exercising, make sure that you check with your healthcare professional, because they will be able to guide you in what is best for you. Everybody's an individual, and I live by that. I kind of don't follow. I'm one of those type of persons. Everybody else is going to the left. I'm like, what's happening on the right? You know, I'm not gonna follow you off a cliff or anything, but just try to do better. And if you are female and you're watching this and you have a significant other that's a male, try to cook better for yourself as well as the special person in your life, because you both end up benefiting. Like, that's what happened to me. I benefited from trying to help someone else get healthier. I do not eat meat. I eat mostly vegetables, and then I started eating more of the salad, and just by, like I said, increasing my salad intake. Right now I'm just mixing the salad up. I'm prepping it because I have cherry tomatoes that I'm going to also put in here right now. What I have in here is celery, cucumber, and I got to put the bell pepper in here, carrots, green onions. I need a little bit more green onions that I want to put in here. And lastly, I'll put tomatoes and avocado on top. And also I like a little bit more celery, as well as I like cilantro. It's really good on here. And then radishes. So it's not a boring salad. So that's why I don't get tired of eating this on a daily basis. And also I'll put some serrano peppers or jalapenos if they still don't have the serrano peppers for me. But I like those. And it's not very hot because it's kind of spread out. But you can have fun with it. And right now I'll show you what the salad looked like. And try to tell you something about nails. See, those are my nails. I keep them trimmed and clean. Being a nurse, and if you're doing direct patient care, of course, you cannot have, I don't know whether all states right now have it, but when I was in California, they definitely had said you cannot do direct patient care, at least at my facility, do direct patient care and have the nails on, because someone had a super infection that killed them from having the fungus under the nails, or infection under the nails that got into a patient who was immunocompromised. or compromised, and they resulted in their death. So of course the action was to not have the nails because of that risk factor. And so I just let you look at, this is preliminary what the salad looks like, and it's in a pretty decent sized bowl. The one I made on Friday only lasted till today. There's like enough for a small bowl. So right now the last thing I put on here, I'm waiting for those to arrive, would be I'm gonna add the peppers and something in the bell peppers to it, and the hot chili pepper. So it'll either be oh, and also the cilantro. So it'll be the jalapeno peppers, or it'll be a serrano, or it'll be both. If you don't like the spices, or you cannot have spice, then I do not recommend that you do the peppers. So you just have to know what your, what's in your health. And then also the avocado will be added to that. I used to chip the fresh garlic in there. So if you can tolerate that, also fresh garlic is really good to have in there. So let's come back for a minute. I'm going to give you some health information in regards to the information that I had said I wanted to look up about the black males dying at a rate of 400 every 3 days due to heart disease. So I'll look that information up and make sure I have it. And I also wanted to put the link up of the Boise Watkins video that I watched earlier, and also the gentleman who was the guest on the show, his name, so you can be able to go to his website as well. So sit back and relax, and later on I'll show you the end results of the salad. Okay. I also wanted to show you the vitamins that I use, and the reason I use these because they are loaded. Now these are women, they have men, they also have them in, if you're age, I think 50 plus. I think it's 50 plus. But the reason I get these because they're fully loaded, and if you are a person who will have low vitamin D, they give me enough of that so that it won't drop low. And also I wanted to remind people to get that D checked, because sometimes African Americans abstain from the sun, and you can get the D from the sun, but a lot of time it's just our nature. A lot of us may not be in the sun as much, and our D may drop, or either you might be working a lot and staying inside a lot because you're doing a lot of work, or you might work during the night and you're home sleeping during the day. But whatsoever have you, make sure your vitamin D is at an adequate level. So see your healthcare professional about that. Okay, so I got my bell pepper now, so I'm gonna chop that up. And like I was saying, just anything that you can do to better your health, because that's the rate we're going now. When I was a kid growing up, we ate everything except I never could get into eating like the seafood, like the things that people love now, like the lobster, the shrimp and things. That's I guess I would have been a cheap date. Even now, if I was dating or something, I'd be a cheap date, because you wouldn't have to get me any, steak and lobster and all that stuff, and lamb. I'd be like, no, thank you. But you take me to, a home cooked meal is the best thing for me. I'm not a picky person or anything. And I kind of like preparing stuff. So just to help others be healthier, I resulted, and the residual was me being healthier myself. And that's a great thing. It's better to give than to receive, right? Now, if I could give you guys some of these 58 years, that would be great, but I'm good. It's very fortunate. Also, if you would like to know what it feels like, I did have a near-death experience in 1999. I did a video about that, so you can also check that out. I have a video on how to make homemade fried rice. I also have a video if you like pho soup. Mine is called pho. I get tongue twisted. Pho show soup. So you can also watch that one. And I also have a drink. It's a coriander drink. That's pretty delicious. Have that one on there. And also it's a cacao drink. Cacao, I hope I'm saying that right. But it's a chocolate-like drink. So I make that with almond milk, cacao, moringa, and sometimes I put other nutrient things in there. But the base is a banana, ice, almond milk, cacao, moringa, and that stuff, it is really good. You can really make it. I drink all of it, but really it probably should be for 2 people. Like even like now, since I'm kind of it's funny how when you get healthier, your body kind of like, no, I don't want that. I'm not eating that. And so, like, you guys can put some comments below if you want to see other food. I have to get I made some other videos a couple of years ago, and one is really, really good. Is like curry soup. That's a really good video. I have to find that one. I don't know if I loaded it here or not on this one, but I had another one up, and I had some really good recipe for curry soup. And just eating a lot of vegetables. I know some people are like, oh, I can't give up my meat. Nobody's asking you to give up your meat. Just maybe try to eat healthier, eat a better quality of the meat if you're going to still eat meat, as well as just add more vegetables. You can cut down on stuff. Not saying that, meat is not necessarily bad for you. Just, get healthier. That's all. Cut out a lot of the fats, because all that stuff coincides with the cardiovascular disease, and those are things that you're trying to avoid, because you shouldn't. I mean, certain things, if you can avoid dying earlier than later, I think you should. You owe it to your kids, because nothing's like that. I lost my mom at the age of 18. She had a stroke. She was hypertensive, and she had a stroke, and that was very devastating, to say the least. It was very devastating. It was a few weeks before I graduated high school. I was going to be in the medical field, dentist, but certain things will devastate you that happens in your life, and then it's like you go through an anger stage as a kid. You're like, why didn't they just take their medicine, or why didn't they do this, or why didn't they do that? And then as you mature, then you learn certain eating habits and lack of exercise. You learn to do better. I think as you grow physically, you should also grow mentally and grow in wisdom. That's the best thing, and I always look to improve yourself, and that's what I do. I try to improve others. I try to give back to the community and just give. I mean, you only have this one life to live. What are you going to do with it, or what are you doing with it? Try not to step on anybody else's toes, invade anybody else's space, but that's just me. But I will definitely, like I said before, I am going to include the information as far as what I saw in that video. I'm going to include that information. I'm going to look it up and I'll put it there, put the gentleman's name and also the link to the video that I watched, so you can have a full rounded information. And also remember to watch the other videos that will give you some ideas about your salads, if you're going to increase your salads. But I'm telling you, I mean, you see I do have a collarbone. You can actually see it. My waist did go down. So you can get healthier. I'm not trying to be super skinny like I used to be when I was a kid, 18, 19-year-old kid, 118 pounds on a 5'8" frame. Back then, yeah, that would be cool. But now, I think I'm a okay size right now. So remember, this is for me, the little apple cider vinegar thing that I do. But remember to check with your healthcare professional to see if it's okay for you to do it as well. So I will do one tablespoon at night, and then before I go to bed, and then 1 tablespoon when I wake up. But when I wake up in the morning after doing this, my stomach is like rolling. In the pizza video, I tell you, the people who have tried the pizza video, they love it. So I know I say, trust me on this, but they love it. And the other day, it's funny, I was thinking about, I said, I was so hungry, I had left to go get some stuff from the store that I needed. And then while I was out, of course, when you're hungry and you're shopping, you want to get something to eat. And I was thinking, I said, maybe I can just run and get a quick bean burrito. But then I said, I got stuff at home that I can make that with. And then I'm thinking in my mind, I'm saying, and mine's gonna taste better. So things like that motivate you not to eat out as much. Even though, my friend did stop by or called me and say, hey, come meet me for lunch, and that was for my birthday. So I treat myself. Yes, I do. And you should treat yourself too. And another thing that I do is there is I think every young lady, I'm saying young lady, I'm old, I'm including myself in that. Not that I'm young, but I'm just saying, using young lady as a term of endearment. So what I do is I have these wine glasses that I bought. I don't drink, but I have a wine glass, and I just think every young lady should have a little wine glass. Hold on a second, let me get you and show you. Let me get it and show you what I'm talking about. Okay, this is look at that lettuce on my hand. But this is my wine glass that I use. And what I do is I put in, this wine is called Free, right? Free, one of them. But what I do with that is, it's non-alcoholic wine. And every now and then, if I'm relaxing, I might be listening to Kim or something like that. Just relaxing, I'll put a little bit in here and just sit up and have a little drink. Or if I'm doing my little sketches, you'll see if you see drawings or little sketches or creative little characters, I do those myself. Those are the things that I do to relax. And I also write, and I have a couple of books out, like earlier I was telling you. I have Dr. Boise and some of the other characters, Cecily Tyson, Muhammad Ali, Sojourner Truth, Maya Angelou, Oprah Winfrey, Wendy Williams, Johnny Cochran, the Alis, who else? Michelle Obama, and of course there's a picture of President Obama on the wall. Who else is in that book? And just those little things, I just do little things to relax and things, and you should do that too, because your mind is part of your health. A healthy mind, healthy body is a total health, and that's what you should be focusing on, because in nursing, we go with the total patient. That's what we do. We focus on the total patient, and we have theorists in there and all that. So it's like total wellness, and that's what we focus on. And that's what I want you to get focused on, your total health. And a little bit at a time is moving in the right direction. Okay? A little bit at a time is moving in the right direction. Same thing happened to me. I was doing a little bit at a time, and I moved in the right direction. Okay, while I got this and got your attention, I had to search all over because I wanted to make some vegetarian tacos. I had seen this recipe and it called for jackfruit, and I was like, jackfruit. And you look at it in the store, it's like, that looks kind of like outer space, spacious, outer space like. So I finally found it. So I got a couple of cans, and what I want you to do, get you some jackfruit and just put it to the side later on. So when I make the tacos, vegetarian tacos or burritos, and I want to use this as a filler for the meat, you will already have your can of jackfruit. And so, and then remember, you don't necessarily have to get these vitamins, but if you have a vitamin deficiency, get some loaded vitamins. So you can talk with your healthcare professional about that too. And I remind you again, get that vitamin D level checked and make sure you're doing your wellness checkups so you can stay on top of your health. And I have to say that because prevention is worth the pound of the cure. Trust me on that. You don't want to get something and then you got to try to cure it. It's better to not even experience it, right? Everybody can agree with that. All right. And so hopefully I will get that other information to you and look at the other videos, and hopefully you can share them with other people. And my mission is to help you, even if it's a little bit at a time, you're moving in the positive direction. Do finish watching this presentation for valuable information on cardiovascular disease, as well as follow the links and watch the videos in the description area for some valuable information. Thank you. And remember to like, share, and subscribe.